Hello, students. Welcome to today's live stream. I am Robin Shaw, your English teacher, and I hope to help you study English. If you have any questions, let me know. And of course, let me know that you can hear me and see me. That would help. So, just some other settings. All right, let's check the chat room. Lots of people here. Layla and Fayez Shaikh. Don't know how to pronounce your last name. Sorry. Sleepwalkers here. Cavino. That's it. I don't see anyone else. There should be a few more people here. If you're here watching, let me know. Do we? All right. I'm assuming you can hear and see me. All right. If you have any questions, let me know. Start getting those questions in. That's why we're here, to help you out with your English. I had a very active day. I was filming today a little bit with a teacher from South Africa. And we were filming in the morning, and we filmed for about 5 hours. And that's a tough day for me to film 5 hours. It was exhausting. And we didn't finish all the filming we wanted to film today, but we did finish a lot. Hello, Lolly Lolly. Thank you, Layla. I can hear you and see you. Layla, I can read you, but I cannot see you. Sleepwalker, Layla, I usually don't like to tell personal info on chats, Layla. Well, Sleepwalker, I understand the need for privacy, Sleepwalker. But Sleepwalker, uh you're causing some frustration, Sleepwalker, because Sleepwalker, we have known you for years. We have talked to you for years. And Sleepwalker, we like you. And naturally, Sleepwalker, we want to get to know you better, and we want to talk to you more as a friend. So, you know, Layla asked a question, and I want to ask you questions, and I hope to talk to you more. But we really don't have any opportunity to talk to you other than this chat. So, Sleepwalker, uh, help us to be your friend. We want to talk to you. We want to engage you more. If you don't want that, okay, but we're very sad. We like you. So I understand Layla's curiosity because Layla likes you and wants to be more friendly with you, as I do, and probably other people. Okay. Hello, my name is Fayez. Okay. Welcome. Farida, hello. I'm doing well today. Was a little bit dizzy in the morning, but I'm okay now. Is your vertical attacks less frequent? About the same these days, about once or twice a day. And Layla has her question. So let's take a look at Layla's question, and we will go to our digital whiteboard. Here, I'll get rid of my comments. Post. I only have 2 monitors today. One of my monitor cables broke. I know I'm complaining. I only have 2 monitors, but with 3 monitors, I have 2 big ones and 1 small one. That's really easy to do things. All right, so the question, when I get a pain in my teeth, which one of the following 2 sentences make more sense? Okay, let's take a look. My teeth hurt, or my teeth hurt me. I think the best sentence is just my teeth hurt. But certainly you're going to hear native speakers when they're speaking say, "Oh, my teeth hurt me." But probably just my teeth hurt is best, but certainly you might hear this. So I'm going to say this uh, is the best, but this is possible. All right, let's check the questions. Sleepwalker, I understand. I have a degree in psychology, graduated from the university. But Sleepwalker, we want to know all your deep, private secrets and details of your life and all your all the things causing you stress, and we want to be a part of your life. I know you can't tell that stuff here, but hopefully one day we can find a place where we can chat and know more know more about each other. Like, you don't know everything about me on a live stream. I don't tell everything on the live stream. I got lots of background stories happening in my life. Cavino, hey Robin, sir. We were chatting during this week, and today, yes, Cavino, you are in the group. Uh, and yeah, keep keep participating, but please uh, follow the rules. And the Sleepwalker has a question. Let's take a look at Sleepwalkers. I'm pleased. Here, let's fix this. I'm pleased with your work. I'm pleased by your words. Okay. With oh, it's one of these questions. You're looking at with. Let's highlight and by. Let's highlight. With, by are both correct, or is there a rule? A rule. I'm satisfied. Okay. Got another example here. And I'm getting scared of this question because it might be difficult. I'm pleased with your work. I'm pleased by your work. I'm drinking peach tea today, if you're curious, and I'm sure you're not curious. You're more curious about the answer to the question. And I'm going to cheat here because I want to check if there is a rule. All right. The rule is suggesting that with is the correct answer. Let's put it green, I guess. Uh, that doesn't mean native speakers follow these rules. There's probably confusion, and because native speakers like me continually use with and by, which doesn't mean we're correct. It just means we will probably use both. But it seems the rule is more for actions. We're going to use with. And pleased by your words. Yeah. Both. This could look. Actually, the rules don't make sense. You asked a good question, but I'm not the teacher to tell you. I'm trying to read the rules very fast, and I'm a fast reader. All right, another one says, "I'm pleased by your work," but actually, I read two articles about with and by, and they both seem to contradict each other. Uh, So, is there a rule? There might be a rule. I'm sure there's a rule somewhere, but every grammatical rule, there are exceptions. I cannot go through every situation, the thousands of different situations in my mind. From what I know, yeah, sometimes we're going to use with, sometimes we're going to be used by, but sometimes we native speakers will use both. This one, I'm satisfied with, seems more natural to me, depending on what you're saying. Sorry, sleepwalker. I cannot give you. I know you're looking. I want the exact answer, the exact rule. Uh, I don't know. I'm not. I don't know the answer to that question exactly. Perhaps another teacher. I don't know any grammar teacher. Usually, native speakers are terrible grammar teachers. You got me on that one, sleepwalker. 1 point for sleepwalker. All right, sorry, sleepwalker. I have to move on. Dewey, teacher Robin. May I know how's life in Canada? How? Okay, let's fix up your question. How's life in Canada? You got life twice. You don't need life twice. Compared to Korea. All right, and that is a question. So let's put a question mark and not Korean, Korea. Which is more expensive? You don't need to use spend because expensive already means using money. And which is more expensive? Okay, how is life in Canada compared to Korea? Which is more expensive for living? All right, now this is an easier question than Sleepwalker's question. Uh, but I do like Sleepwalker's question, so don't stop. Life in Canada, I haven't lived in Canada for over 20 years, so it's been a long time. But life in Canada is um, more more social, of course. I would say, meaning if I was living in Canada, I would be able to talk to and engage people, strangers, shop clerks more, and so that people are friendlier in Canada than Korea. Now, Koreans can be friendly, but as strangers, Koreans really don't really talk to strangers, or not. They're not so open to strangers, and I understand that. But Canadians are more open to immediately talking to strangers. So I miss that about Canada, that I can be more social with strangers, and wherever I can go, I can talk to people. Also, there's a language barrier here, so um, and Canada is fun. There's a lot of nature in Canada. You can go camping, you can go to the lake, you can go many places outdoors in Canada, but it is cold in the winter. Korea is a very safe country, but Korea is more about working, making money. That is really the focus here, making money, saving money. Whereas in Canada, the focus might be more on living, enjoying yourself, but not so much in Korea. That's my opinion. If you talk to another native speaker or Korean, you're going to get a different answer. Which is more expensive for living? Canada is more expensive. If you go to a developed nation, like I mean fully developed nation like US, Canada, Australia, New Zealand, UK, when you go to these countries, Sweden, uh, those are the countries I've been to. They are expensive. They are very expensive. All right. So whether you're just living, eating, going to school, using public transportation, everything is expensive. It's really expensive to live in highly developed countries. Uh, there's high tax rates and just everything's expensive. So Korea is a lot cheaper, right? I'm in Korea because I can save more money than if I was in Canada. All right, I answered enough for that. So thank you for the question. I'm gonna move on. And oh, and Layla asks, how have you broken the third monitor? Well, I didn't break the third monitor. Because I was moving around my studio, I broke the cable as I was moving around. So I just ordered a new cable, which was about $6. So that'll come probably tomorrow. Not a big problem at all. And lolly lolly. Okay, a glass of chilled, fresh, cold beer. Which adjective is better to use? Thanks. Well, they're all great to use. Uh, I'm not going to choose the best one because, you know, the beauty of English is that we have so many ways to express. And you might be thinking, how would a native speaker express it? Or the most common way to express it? And all of these are, I'm going to say, common and a beautiful way to express it. I have a glass of chilled beer. I have a glass of fresh beer. I have a glass of cold beer. Of course, chilled and cold are more synonyms. Fresh is more of the feeling and the taste. All of them work great. I'm not going to choose which is the best one. Yay Ning, hello. Welcome. Okay, Sleepwalker, I share your struggle with or by. That might be something I do in a future video, but that is something I would really need to prepare. That would take when I prepare those kind of videos, it usually takes 2 or 3 hours of research before I understand them fully. Um, I might do that. I'll, that's a tough one. All right, Layla's got some tag questions. Let's take a look. These are called tag questions, so that means they're going to go at the end of the sentence. And she wrote some examples here, so let's take a look. You are an English teacher, aren't you? That looks good. I'm an English. I'm an English student, and yeah, am I not? We would say, am I not? Or aren't I? You haven't watched my last video, have you? Okay. You teach English, don't you? Yeah. She's at home, isn't she? Yeah. So I'm an English student. Am I not? So this one's a little strange. I'm an English student. I want to say aren't I, but I might be wrong. I'm gonna check. I'm gonna check that. Yeah, I'm right. This one's special. Let's put it. Give it a special color, purple. All right. So these are good tag questions. You. Well, let's use a contraction. You're an English teacher, aren't you? Because we have are not you. That's how you make the tag comma here. Yeah, we need that comma for tag question. And this one's special with I am. I'm an English student, aren't I? Although we have am, we do use aren't. I don't know why. Don't ask me. That's just what we do. I'm an English student. Am I not? I think that's possible. It's just not common. You haven't watched my last video, have you? Yeah, that's a good one. You teach English, don't you? Yes, that's correct. And she's at home, isn't she? Yeah, that's correct too. Those are all good tag questions. All right, Farida has a question here. Oh, we got this underlined. We don't want that. Option A, I'm glad you're okay. Option B, I'm glad that you're okay. Which one is correct? Both are okay. Again, you're using that here. There might be a rule. I don't know the rule. Most native speakers are not going to know this rule. But both of them are correct. I'm glad you're okay. I'm glad that you're okay. Both are fine. Robin, the expression I'm smitten. Should we use it only towards people, or is it okay to say I'm smitten with these pictures? My initial reaction is no. And I'm going to go to Youglish. And this is how I, there's so many different ways to express English.
I get it. Because I'm like so smitten with the girl.
So looking at Youglish, they're going to take samples. I'm smitten with the girl. So that's a person.
I own a water
I'm smitten with my... Oh, that doesn't have I'm smitten with.
filtration business, and with my dad, and it was funny because we're heating.
Oh, there's only one. There's not even enough examples of I'm smitten with. I'm going to say no. I'm going to say no. Now, I'm going to say, should we use it only? Okay, so should we use it only towards people? Yes. And I guess I should tell... Oh, you could also say, you could say I'm smitten with, and you could say smitten by. Going back to your old question, some people say I'm smitten with, and some people say I'm smitten by. And just to catch people up, smitten with or by would mean deeply affected with or struck by strong feelings of attraction. So if you're smitten by someone, yeah, you have, you're deeply and sometimes suddenly attracted to someone. So you're most of the time you're smitten with people. You're attracted to them. And Sleepwalker's asking, can you be smitten to a picture? Technically, you can make that sentence, but a native speaker wouldn't use that. So yeah, to quickly answer, I know this is not a quick answer, but to answer, only people. And you could use with or by. Why? I don't know. All right. And Kavinu, let's take a look. Sir, I've heard that a word like busted when a native speaker was speaking with a person, he was saying, my phone and radio have busted. Okay. Don't know whether I've heard that phrase before. So that is a dictionary word, Cavino. And I just go to the Oxford's Learner's Dictionary, and you just put the verb bust, And right there it says bust something to break something. So, Cavino, if you do not understand a word, before you ask me, check the dictionary because I'm not a dictionary, right? So, please, in the future, it's right in the Oxford Dictionary to break something. So, my phone and radio have busted. That would mean my phone and radio have they're broken. Bust to break. Dwee. Let's take a look. When we got the time for lunch, which one the sentence correct? Should we say, did you have time for lunch? Do you have time for lunch? Well, okay. These are different tenses. Did you have lunch? Do you have lunch? You're asking questions. So this is a past tense. So you would put a. Did you have lunch yesterday? You're asking someone. Do you have lunch? Do you have lunch? So this is present tense. Do you have lunch now? Uh, do you have time? You might ask someone, do you have time for lunch? But the question, if they're eating lunch now, is are you eating present continuous lunch now? Because it's right now. We want to use present continuous. So this is past tense. Did you have lunch yesterday? You want to talk? You're asking about the past, or did you have lunch yet? You might ask someone. Did you have lunch yet? To your coworker, meaning did they eat lunch? And if you want to ask them about the future, do you have time for lunch? Or right now, do you have time for lunch? Let's go to lunch. I'm not sure if this helps you. If it doesn't, please be more specific. I have seen a heart-rendered accident on the way. Ooh, what's this, Cavino? I have seen a heart-rendered accident on the way. I got the meaning of heart-rendered from the dictionary, but I need to correct it, sir. Heart-rendered. What are you reading? Heart-rendered accident. I don't even know. What are you reading? What is this from? Yeah, I don't. I need to know where this is coming from. You have this in capital letters, so I'm confused. So Cavino, you got to give me more information where you saw this. Where did you read that? Yeah, but this is the word they use when you talked and described the barking dogs around Alyssa's house in the group, isn't it? Because I heard it. So Layla, in the WhatsApp group, we have a WhatsApp group. If you want to get into that secret WhatsApp group, not everyone's allowed. You got to send me a message or talk to me, and I'll let you in the secret WhatsApp group. But Layla, I have a rule in the group, and so if Robin talks to student A, oh here, and student B asks questions about the conversation, I do not answer. So Layla, what does that mean? So Layla, when I talk to you about something in WhatsApp, so maybe I'm talking to you about the weather. So Layla, I say to you in the group, hey Layla, and we're having a conversation about the weather. So you're student A, Layla, and student B will say Michelle. He's not here today, so we won't pick on Michelle. We'll pick on who's here from the group. Who's here? Um, the group. Just you, Layla's here from the group. Okay, we'll just use Sleepwalker. Well, Sleepwalker's not in the group. All right, I'll go back to Michelle. Michelle asks questions about the conversation. So if I'm talking to you, Layla, in the group, and we're having a conversation, and another student starts, another student doesn't understand our conversation. So the other student starts asking questions. I don't answer. So, uh, because I talk to you, Layla, at your level, and I talk to other students at their level, and then other students can read and watch. But if they don't understand the conversation and they're asking questions, I don't answer those questions. So you'll notice you asked about the yappity yap question. I didn't answer, and also Grace asked some questions I didn't answer, and you students might think, oh, Robin's rude or Robin missed the question. It's just the way I am. I don't want to. Every time I have a conversation with you or with Alyssa or with Grace, I don't want to explain it to the other students. I don't want to always be explaining the conversation. So, what's the answer to your question? Yapped, yap. I don't remember what I said. Let's just quickly go to. Well, I went to the dictionary. I typed in yap, and it's a dictionary word, yap. A high, sharp noise made by small dogs that some people find annoying. So yap, noisy dog, which was part of the conversation I had with Alyssa. My English is getting better day by day. I hope you test me one day. So yeah, this is good work. This is good news. I hope everyone here, your English is getting better day by day. That's what I like to hear. Keep going. We Anna, was that Anna? Was that Anna from Costa Rica? Hello there, Costa Rica here. Welcome. Sleepwalker, I know that again, both versions with by, just didn't ask. Okay. Casio, hello. All right. What then is the equivalent of the phrase I am smitten for things, not people? I'm amazed by these pictures. Sounds good. Yeah. I'm Here's a good one. Captivated. Captivated. Everyone listen up. We got a new vocabulary word. It is a great word. I'm going to steal. Let's highlight it. Captivate. To keep, and that means captivate, to keep someone's attention by being interesting, attractive. So if you're captivated by something, you're really attracted to it, you're just watching it. like my live stream. You are captivated now. You're all watching, and wow. Uh, so things like a movie, pictures, scenery, these things can be, oh, you're watching them, you are captivated. So I hope that's a good word for you, sleepwalker. If it isn't the word you were looking for, well, at least you learned captivated. I think that's a good word to use for that situation. All right, Layla, I found this phrase. What's on this afternoon? Okay. Could it be what happened? Well, no, it can't be what happened because this is past tense, and it's not asking about the past. So it's more of what will happen this afternoon, future, or what's happening. Let's use the same grammar. What's happening this afternoon? So it's more of a future question. So what's on this afternoon? Yeah, common. You should know it. But this is mainly a spoken phrase, English expression. And what's on this afternoon means what's going on, what's happening this afternoon, or what kind of events are happening this afternoon. Okay. Fareed. Oh, Fareed is also from the group. Yeah, that's right. Do we any other groups? Because I'm still living in the oldest group, Robin. I'm gonna check. Where is Dwee? I think you're in that group. There's just the if Layla's in the group, you're in the group. Oh, thank you. All right, Dwee has a question here. Teacher Robin, that's me. Which one is correct? You and I, or you and me. But I guess the correct one is you and me. But when I listen a song, ooh, this key point here. I heard that you used you and I. Well, both are going to be used. You and I, you and me. Which one is technically correct? Let's take a look. I'm going to put example. These are just examples from the internet. Let's highlight. All right, so you and I, you and me, both native speakers are going to use both. So I wouldn't worry about it. But here, if we look down here, if the subject of the sentence is you and I use you and I if that's the subject. So you and I are going to be late. If the subject is something else, Harold watched you and me. Okay, so that's the rule. Do native speakers follow this rule? No. So you you might hear a native speaker say you and me. Well, probably they're not going to break this one, but they will probably break this one. Harold watched you and I. So a native speaker will probably break this one and say you and I. It's wrong, but native speakers are going to do it. And you and I. So it depends what the subject of the sentence is. All right. Anyway, I want to talk about the songs quickly. English in songs. We'll title this. I'll give a quick essay on this. Let's not use purple. All right. So when you're listening to songs, songs are using all kinds of English, and it's not always grammatically correct. It's not always, you know, common expressions, and sometimes it's new poetic expressions that only that singer uses in the song. It's not common, it's just in the song. So, songs are great for practicing your listening, but songs are the worst place to learn grammar. Okay. So, if you hear something that sounds like a grammar mistake in a song, it probably is a grammar mistake. Don't copy the grammar from a song. It's great for listening. Do not learn grammar from a song. Dwee, yes, teacher, I'm still with Layla and Jonathan too. Well, Dwee, you're not so active, so it's hard to remember you're even there. Please be more active. Rohit Tinku, hello. Cavino, I missed your question. Okay, I'll go back. What was your question? I don't see a question. I read your comments. I read all the comments, but if it's not a question, yeah, I read your comments, Cavino, but I don't see a question. If there's a question, retype the question. Yeah, Sleepwalker, they often break grammar rules in songs for rhymes, yes. All right, Cavino has something here. Cavino, it would be a fantastic motivation in the future. This is what the sentence that I had mentioned earlier. Is it true? I don't understand the question, Cavino. I'm going to go back to heart rendered. So I've seen a heart rendered accident on the way. I don't understand this. It would be a fantastic motivation in the future. So again, I don't understand this. A heart rendered accident. So you got to explain it a little more. Part of learning English is how to learn, how to ask the question. Layla, I don't remember what I said to exactly what I said. Yappity yap. I don't remember exactly. All right. Rohit Tinku. Okay, let's take a look. Sir, what is the difference between these? Number one, there is a man at the door. Number two, there is some man at the door. Okay, interesting question. What's the difference? Uh, Basically, they mean the same thing. You have a door, there's a man. Now, there is a man at the door. You are just stating a fact. There is a man at a door. No other information. Nothing negative, nothing positive. There's no, we say, connotation. But number two, there is some man at the door. This is a little more negative because this man is unexpected, and maybe he's annoying you, or you don't really want him at the door, or you don't know why he's at the door. So there is a man at the door, just stating the fact. But if I said there is some man at the door, uh, it's a little bit negative. Like I don't want him there. I don't know why he's there. go check out why he's there. Hope that helps. Cavino, you can ask in the group any questions. Could I say to my friend, you are dopey? No. No. Your friend doesn't. That's a negative word. So again, dopey, informal, stupid. So do you want to say to your friend, you are stupid? Probably not, unless it's just a joke. But so no, don't say that to a friend. Oh, I get it. Don't learn grammar from a song. Yes, please, because I thought I can get new vocabularies from songs. Yeah, there's vocabulary to learn, but the grammar, no, 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 no. And we talked about songs a lot here before because songs use a lot of the word ain't. And if you listen to a lot of American pop, hip hop, uh, even R&B, they're going to use a lot of the word ain't. Very common in songs, ain't. But I don't like the word ain't. I don't want my students using the word ain't. It's very common in the songs, but for speaking, just normal everyday speaking, don't use ain't. It's more common just in songs. Gui, heart rendering isn't it harmless? I don't know what heart rendering is. Pallavi, how do I read my how do I improve my vocabulary? Pallavi, you don't like this answer. The best, most efficient way to improve your vocabulary is read every day. Do not it frustrates me so much because every day I see students studying vocabulary lists. Uh, English is a science. English is a science, or how to learn English is a science. What does that mean? Researchers have studied which methods are best to learn grammar, learn vocabulary, practice speaking. There's research. They've studied this. It's a science. The research shows vocabulary lists, memorizing, in Korea, they try to memorize 100 new vocabulary every day, the students. The memorizing vocabulary lists help you in the short term. So if you need to write a test next week, yeah, memorizing a vocabulary list is very helpful. But to actually acquire new vocabulary, you need exposure to those words in real situations, whether you're listening or watching videos or reading books. And you got to do a lot, and you're going to hear that vocabulary, how it's used multiple times. You're going to learn it, you're going to acquire it, and then you're going to use it. To get the exposure, you have to read. In 2022, nobody wants to read. I think this is problem with the cell phone culture. Books are not so common anymore. Reading, that sort of reading of paper books or even reading books on the screen, going down. People's attention, not enough to read books of 300-400 pages. That is the best way. Whether you like it or not, reading is the best way to improve your vocabulary. Uh, but you're not going to read. So, what are some other ways to improve your vocabulary? Well, instead of reading books, yeah, you can read Instagram posts, Facebook posts, Twitter posts, shorter posts, shorter passages to read. Read those. Go on Twitter, start reading. Go on Facebook, go on Instagram, read there. But that's not the best way, but that's a way. But do not study vocabulary lists because going back to the research, they researched one group of students who studied vocabulary lists. They researched another group of students who read books. So the group of students who studied the vocabulary lists, after 2 weeks, their vocabulary was better than the students who read books. After 1 year, students who read books' vocabulary was far superior than the students who used vocabulary lists. So if in the short term, if you have a test tomorrow, study the vocabulary list. But if you actually want to improve your English, read. The dictionary I use is just the Oxford Learner's Dictionary. I'll try to get a close up next time I use it. It's just the Oxford Learner's Dictionary. That's the best dictionary in the world. Or Cambridge. And Sleepwalker is going to come in with some wisdom. Life goes faster. Everyone is busy. Reading books takes a lot of time, so people read less. And that is right. Even I read less. But if I'm learning a language, I would read. If I wanted to, if today I decided I'm going to learn German. I don't know any German, but if today I decided I'm going to learn German, I'm going to master German, the first thing I would do is start learning the basic words. And once I got the basic words, I would immediately go to children's books and start reading and reading and reading. If I'm really serious about learning German, I would focus on reading. And of course, there's listening and speaking and writing. You have to do it all, but to really get exposure and acquire the language, reading. Rohit. Please tell me the difference between these. Well, okay, let's take a look. There's a pair of socks missing. There's a couple of socks missing. We are always going to use a pair of socks. So this is correct. Let's use green. We are not going to use, there are a couple of socks missing. Now you could say there's a two, we would actually say two pairs of socks missing. That is possible. We wouldn't say a couple. We would say there's two pairs. So one pair is two socks and another pair is two socks. So you could have two pairs missing. But if there's just one pair, we're just using this. There's a pair of socks missing. We're going to use this expression, not the other one. Tolstoy. Okay. Okay, Farida, just, yeah, other content is great. I know books are the best, but other content, great. Whatever you can do, do it. All right, I'm going to finish up the live stream now. Thank you, everyone, for participating today. Let's go back to the main screen. Camera's close. Maybe I should move this back a little. There. If you're new today, welcome. Let's move this in front of me. Hopefully, I'll get my monitor cable tomorrow. We had a lot of interesting questions today. Thank you very much for your support. And I will see you next week, same time. Sunday, 13:30 London time. And I don't know what else to say. Thank you guys and see you again.